verse 25. You can look at Genesis chapter 35, verse 1 to 7. Put the word to God in the place of the altar. An altar is a dead altar. Every altar in the scripture as an altar, it triggers an altar, it triggers something in the realm of the spirit. The Bible says when Noah now got down with his families, when Noah got down with his family, the Bible says he brought his family. The Bible says he brought the sacrifice on the altar. The sacrifice on the altar triggers something in the realm of the spirit. That triggers something in the realm of the spirit. The altar.
And the Lord smelled a soothing aroma.
Mm-hmm.
Then the Lord said in his heart, I will never again curse the ground for man's sake.
Yeah, I will never. But what made God and made a covenant at that very time? That is why I'm here to let you know that an altar is a place of covenant. An altar is a place, the altar, that God could not sit anymore in heaven, that God has to come down and say, what do you want? Ask me, I will give it to you. And someone pays on the altar that you are raising. Are you raising an altar for God, or you are raising a demonic altar? It attracts. Abraham built an altar to him, thy seed will I give this land, and thy build in this chapter, in this verse, that the altar that Abraham built became a memorial of God's promise, that God will speak right there, that God will minister to you right there, that the blessing will not just end with you, because every altar does what every altar speaks. How can my altar that I raise continue speaking? Not just speaking for me, but speaking for my children, speaking for my business. That they take care of the motherless. That they take to take care of the fatherless. An altar that you were raising. Some of you do it unknowingly, unconsciously. Oh, I'm just helping the mother. You are raising an altar. The sacrifice on that altar is you helping them. Which one is the less altar? The prophet about they stood, they did everything that they feel they could do. They were cutting what was supposed to trigger thing. They were more than the prophet of God. They were more than him. He was the only one Stasha said maybe sleeping. Try to wake him up, do your acrobatic dance. Try to see. They pour water to the everywhere was flowing with water. And he lifted his head. The God that answered by fire, let him show up. God, boom, is a sacrifice that God has raised to humanity. And that sacrifice always speaks for each. That sacrifice always speaks for each and there is something that you and I got to do that will give your altar a voice. Your altar a voice. Not just raising an altar, coming to that altar of struggling. And I'm laying a sacrifice to enter to the other realm of the spirit, which was made by the blood of the lamb. Is the final sacrifice that altar. Who raised it? You see, human beings are very wicked. Very, very diabolic. He was speaking to existing destructive altar that is speaking. By what? By what? By what? By what?